Hello, everybody. It is Thursday, the 9th of May. I want to think about this new world that we're going into. And just right from the start, I want to say that that is actually the wrong way of looking at it. And it's very important that we get this clear into our heads. The world is not going to change. It is us that are changing. We are changing. And if you understand that correctly, then you will see that the future is not just an expansion of our consciousness, but our expanded consciousness will still have to function within an existing world. So it's not going to be a free-for-all. It is not now, and it will not be then. I mean, I'm glad to see that people are going on that way. The thoughts of people are going on that way, which to me is where we should be going. But really, all considering what will be possible and not considering the restrictions or saying there will be no restrictions. Let me start with that, people say you are imprisoned in this world. You are imprisoned in this restricted experience. That is what creates a world. Without the restriction of the experience, there wouldn't be a world. There would not be this experience of life. I saw a video once that was trying to explain, the quantum possibilities. So they showed a man in a bar playing at the pool table. But then, that is the one possibility that was in existence. But then they showed all the other possibilities, in the quantum field. He could be standing at the bar talking to somebody. He could be standing at the bar by himself. He could be entering the bar. He could be leaving the bar. He could be in any place with anyone. And that is only in the moment, in that one moment. Yeah, that is not even taking into considering past and future. So, but then, if you were all omnipresent, omnipotent, then what is it you would experience? If you were in every situation at the one moment, what would you experience? So it is a restriction that creates the intense, experience. So that's the first thing. And then to say, we are imprisoned in this world. This is such a small place. And if I think about this world, and I see all the forms of life, human, animal, plant life, I see all the places. I see forests and different kinds of forests, mountains, rivers, oceans, lakes, all different environments, breathtaking, most of them, when you're out there, on a mountain, standing in front of a vast lake, stuff like that. And there's so much variety that I'm thinking, what the hell is it you want? What is it you're looking for? I mean, you're obviously not even seeing what's in front of your eyes, in front of your nose. What are you looking for out there? But again, it was a restriction of possibilities. When, let's say, God created the world, the one that brought life to the world, that level of God, which was already a being with desires. But again, even in those desires, it was restricted. There was a defined list of what should be here, should come together to create a whole, which again was part of the desire, obviously, because if you know them by their fruit, and that is what the outcome was. So yes, this narrow band of life, this narrow band of consciousness, this narrow band of knowing, is that restriction is necessary to create a world, to create an experience. Do away with it and you are in all. And then, as I said, you are omnipresent, you're omnipotent. What are you actually experiencing? Right. But let me go back to creating this new world. And as I said, the only thing that will change is us. We are changing in a way that is driven by spirit. Again, many are already thinking about that, about the effect that mind and feeling has on body, on the solid form. And again, how far can you take that? And we already know that other things like telepathy and far viewing and stuff like that, it exists. We know energy healing exists. Again, it's only a question of how far can you take that. But again, how far should you take that? When you say there are no restrictions. If we come to a place where we can manifest our desires, which again, that is what Jesus taught you. I mean, if you really want to run after the man, go there. Do not follow him to the kingdom. But that was the wrong way. Again, into ruler, being ruled over. That is the way. The manifestation of desires. Given by the Creator, receiving of the Creator on a higher level. And the Creator is love. It's being given out of love and without judgment. Again, that is what Jesus taught. So something has to be of sound judgment, because the judgment is not in the field. So it must be in you. And then really see the restrictions. We absolutely must start considering the restrictions together with the possibilities. And if the world in itself is not going to change, only basically you are becoming more powerful, then you must really think, what should the restrictions be now? At the moment, restrictions have always been laid on us, either by guilt, keeping guilt on top of us, you're born with original sin, you're nothing. And that was, again, on the level of spirit, keeping the spirit down. And if that doesn't work, you do it the materialistic way, so you don't have the money. We are restricting you by law, not to do this, not to do that, not to do the other. And we don't give you the financial means to do it anyway. So, okay, so those restrictions, let's say the materialistic restrictions would be gone. You don't need money. If you were that being, how would their laws the human laws bind you. They wouldn't. So you would basically be out of control. But are there restrictions? I mean, the fact that we are living together, the fact that you are, and if the underlying thing is love, you are already bound by love, by empathy, by consideration for others, and that is the true law that you feel. And should you do away with that? I mean, we're already in a world on a materialistic level where many have done away with that. The consideration of others, the love for nature, for animals, for even other humans. And we can see the outcome. We're doing away with all of those restrictions, where that leads to. So must we be bound by something? By those laws, the laws of love, the laws of consideration, the laws of that everything that is here, no matter on what level, whether it be plant life, animal or human, they're all experiencing life, they're all being given that experience, and they all have rights, or at least should have considerations. So yes, and we are still bound within a law. And we are still restricted. But as I said, without the restriction, the world would not exist. So we've already gone, and I said it, we've gone wrong on the material level. Shall we take this to the next level, and we're becoming destructive on speed? And would a world, I mean, when we talk about we want to experience this great new world, this higher level of consciousness, this freedom. Yes, freedom. And then really know that we are the ones that are evolving, nothing else is. That is what's changing the world. It's because we are changing. And if we are at a place where, as I said, our desires can manifest, that is already a new experience. And that is a level of freedom. That will be a completely new experience. And if you were experiencing that as a new reality, then the world will have changed. Dramatically changed. But then again, how much more do you need? How far do you need to go with this? Or can you stay on that level and then say, well, that has changed for me, that bit has changed for me, which will change everything. But then what do I do with that? And I've heard in the Arlington Institute already somebody saying, oh, we could create a new world. Well, why would you want to? And why, and should you not consider everything that is here already as consciousness experiencing life? And again, you say you create a new world. Again, you will have to tear the old one down in order to recreate a new one. And what about those consciousnesses that are experiencing life? Again, are you saying they have no rights? They are just below me, so I can just create a new world and do away with what is? And then how long until in that new experience, we've already done it. We've disregarded nature. We've disregarded the animals. We came to a point where we disregarded each other, where even in this world now, people would say, oh, you can do that to another person because that is just a human animal. That has been said. not all that long ago. Yeah, and if we disregard the least of them, how long until we become destructive toward each other again on a higher level? So yes, nothing else is going to change. The rules will still be there. You're just more powerful within the rules. And can you be a powerful person without being destructive? There's a question. There are many here that can't. I mean, not even on the material level. And there's one last thing I want to say, and there's again, that's the idea of the rapture. And again, I was listening to the Inspired channel, and he was saying it. You know, this idea that people will suddenly disappear around you. And I was thinking about Rick Wiles and the True News. You know, he's going on, up against the rapture teaching in a big way, saying it's not biblical. Actually, it is. Jesus showed you all possibilities, and he was raptured out of this reality. So yes, it is absolutely biblical. They call it an ascension, but it's basically the same thing. And then the thing that people should consider really is when they're saying, oh, you know, we're going to be spiritual beings out of the body. Jesus was never out of the body. He did not leave out of the body. Yeah, it was not spirit going up into the air and dead Jesus' body lying on the floor. They did not bury him twice. So he left bodily in the body into another reality. And here's what I want people to consider again when they consider the restrictions as well as the endless possibilities. When it says in this world, all shall be saved, again, there is a restriction of what comes into this world. There was from the beginning. And what comes into this world has to be compatible with this world. Yeah? So it is not, no, all can come in. They can't. If it becomes destructive to this world, it will not be allowed to be here. Because there are rules, there are restrictions. And there's one thing, and that is the will of the God of the Bible, the Lord God, the desire to rule over all and have dominion over all. Have dominion over. That desire cannot exist in this world. It is not a part of this world, and it will be flung out into another reality. Folks, you're not going into all bodily into another reality. That is what happened in the Bible. Bodily into another kingdom, into another reality. And then yes, if you think, I am a powerful being, that my will shall be done, and I will rearrange this according to my desire. I am all. You will follow Jesus. And yes, you will be raptured. And I really do not think he went to a better place. I really don't think he went to a better place. He went to that Borg cube where the one will rule, and his will shall be done by all, and those that are in the cube will have no thoughts or desires of their own. They will just serve. That's where he went. So anyway, that's probably ended up a very long video, and I will leave it at this for today. So really, 3 things to consider. Where is it we're going? And here's the thing, that we have free will and we have the ability to imagine a future. And if we believe on our vision, we will be given. So yes, having the vision of what Jesus already showed, that ability to manifest your desires, absolutely, it would be a great thing and it would change everything. But at the same time, see the laws of this world and see the restrictions that will still be there. And know that there are restrictions in any possible world, in any possible reality that you can experience, because without the restrictions, the world would not even exist. Anyway, I leave it at that for today, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.